Fantastic.
We are on. We are running.
We're gonna.
How do I turn my camera around?
You can hear yourself. As opposed to a running thing. Don't know about you, Amanda. Amanda, have you got something for us now?
Yes, I do. So as Emily said right at the beginning, we're going to have a little poll for you to see how much money you think we've raised so far. So I believe there it is. It's on your screens. So multiple choice. You've got £921, £879 or £604. And considering it's 3 minutes past 11, choose your number, folks, and click submit. And when they're all in, behind the scenes, our lovely ladies will collate them and we will get back to you with regards to how much is the right amount. You're all looking fabulous.
It's very exciting. I'm loving the backdrops. We've got such a variety, and we've even got road running sort of footage, haven't we? Like live footage going on here from the old. I can see. It must be John, I think, running out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Well, John's running. I'm just walking up and down while he runs. So we'll pass each other as he runs and I walks.
Ah.
A bit disappointed you're not running as well, to be honest.
I know.
And I'm loving the Reese family. They seem to be going. I'm hoping that none of them are going to get too dizzy. They're going round and round.
Fantastic. Yeah, brilliant. From the oldest to the youngest by the looks of it as well. It's a whole family affair going on in there.
I think we got those results in, Amanda.
Results, are they in? Are they in? Let me see. Yes, they are. They've just popped up. So currently in the lead with 50% is £921, followed by 879, and way down at the bottom is 604. And let's face it, it was never going to be 604. And I can reveal, drum roll please, Amanda, the answer is £921 so far. Well done, folks. Woo, woo, woo. Keep going. So for those of you that were hanging around for that and want to go sprinting off now, Be free, sprint away.
Feel free, but if you also want to stay for the next bit of good stuff, I will be leading us in a few dance moves. If you want to join in, I'm thinking Reese family, you may want to do this, but feel free not to and just watch us make fools of ourselves if you'd like to instead.
everyone. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you.
How are we doing? How are we doing?
Really,
You are
really
halfway through the fun run.
I know. How quickly is that going?
So
yeah,
this
definitely. You are.
Shall I tell you one of my jokes?
Go on then.
Yes. Who is the fastest runner of all time?
I don't know, Hannah. Who is the fastest runner of all time?
Thank you very much. That was the right response. It's Adam, because he came first in the human race.
Ho-ho! Boom.
Nice, nice. And what do you get if you run behind a car?
Other than fumes from the exhaust, But no, what else do you get when you run behind a car?
It's very good. You get exhausted.
Exhausted. I was
We're
nearly
close.
there.
And let's do one more for now then. What do you call running whilst listening to your favourite rapper?
I don't know. What do you call running when you're listening to your favourite rapper?
I particularly like this one. A Snoop jog.
Oh, no, she didn't.
It's a classic. You can use that one again, people, and pretend it's your own.
Brilliant, brilliant. Right, so I would like to share with you a little bit something, folks, whilst you're running there. So obviously this pandemic has had a massive effect on all of our lives. But I think we've been pretty resilient, actually, considering for all our lives it wasn't like this, and now we've adjusted quite quickly. But that has meant that for Matthew's house, we've had to do things rather differently. So the impact it's had on our fundraising has been significant. Oh, she's got a delivery. Ooh. Charlotte, I want to see what's in that box later.
It's like working from home with all the deliveries.
We're going to have a live reveal.
Yes, a live reveal.
It's my mum's birthday tomorrow, and I think she's had a bunch of flowers delivered.
Oh, fabulous. At some point we are going to have to sing you happy birthday, Claire. It would just be wrong not to. But back to the fundraising element. So yes, it's had an impact. We've had to do different things differently at Matthew's house. We've not been able to open our doors to allow our guests in to have their meals and to have social time with us and with each other like they were used to in the past. So we transitioned that initially to a delivery service where lots of our volunteers that couldn't come into the building were using their own cars to drive and deliver the food to our guests at their properties and venues. And then we transitioned again to our takeaway service, and that has been running for a while now and has been going really successfully. And what that has meant is that whilst they are socially distanced outside and following the one-way system round, it has meant that they've still been able to see each other and us, and we've been able to have those little snippets of conversations with our guests, which we appreciate and which they appreciate as well. We are going to have a video, I believe, because also we would normally have a big thank you celebration in the building. Again, we're not able to have that. So last year it looked slightly different. And I believe we've got a video of that coming up now. So enjoy.
We've got a technical issue there in as much as we can't hear the sound. I think the sound needs to be shared with it. Just going to get that sorted, people. It'd be nice to hear what Tom's got to say.
Yes.
It's always nice to hear what Tom's got to say. Dressed as Pikachu or not.
Or not.
Just you're doing very well though, because
yes.
I've had a break, so I feel a little bit better now, whereas you've just kept going.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here we go.
Oh no, it's still not coming through.
It's not happening, is it?
Why do you have any more jokes you can tell whilst we're getting the
Absolutely.
sound
Let me do another one then. What does a runner drink when they are in last place?
I don't even know why I'm thinking about this. I'm never going to get it. So I don't know.
It's not even a classic drink, to be honest. But what
does a runner drink when they're running in last place?
Ketchup. Oh, obviously the thought of that is quite grim, but the joke's there nevertheless.
Nevertheless.
Oh gosh, they're going to have some technical issues. Here we go. And Amanda, do you ever run? Are you a runner?
So the truth of the matter is I do not run other than occasionally. I can run. My body I think was built to run, but I personally don't like to run. Yeah, but
you can do it if you're forced to, and I think we're going to go to another song, so we can get jogging again and join.
Let's do it. Let's join the others, shall we?
Waiting for the tunes. Nice.
Can you feel it? Now it's coming back. We can steal it.
4 minutes left for those fun runners.
I can see you through the curtains of the waterfall. When I lost it, yeah, you held my hand, but I tossed it. Didn't understand you were waiting as I dove into the waterfall. So say Geronimo, 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 say arms away, arms away, arms away. Arms away, arms away, arms away. Well, we rushed it, moving way too fast, and we crushed it, but it's in the past. We can make this leap through the curtains of the waterfall. So say Geronimo, 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 say Geronimo.
4 minutes left. Fun runners.
Arms away, arms away, arms away. Arms away, arms away, arms away. Just a boy with a broken toy, all lost and coy.
Last little bit for those of you who
Since
have
he
done well
rushed in
done.
as a broken man, now I found my friend at the curtains of the water. Now I'm falling down with a crashing sound and you come around.
The last minute, we're into the last
Me and it sets us free, so I fall to my knees.
probably got about 40 seconds left.
Say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo,
Get a finish from the distance.
say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo.
Well done, you guys. You are so close to the end. You might want to jog in front of the camera for 10 seconds or so. Yes, everyone will give you a cheer. Well done, you guys. You are so close.
Brilliant. Keep going. Keep going.
I'm literally waiting for the clock to tick round. Here we go. We are 10. We are 9,
9,
8,
8, 7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
3,
3,
2,
1.
1. Well done. Well done. Well done for fun runners. Well done. Medal for you. There we go. Brilliant.
Well done, Team Reese. You have.
He's just collapsed. Oh,
That is amazing. And do you know what, you guys? It's a massive well done for us.
yeah.
But we know you need to recover just for a minute, Sarah, because you're going to be interviewed. You're going to go and catch your breath, get a glass of water. We are going to be going Facebook Live in about a minute. So get yourself a water and get yourself composed.
Make the mother ready.
Keep going, everyone else.
Well done, you guys. You've only got another 40 to go.
Yeah. Where is the lovely Oscar gone? Has he stopped as well, or is he somewhere? Oscar!
Osher.
Oscar the Shark Slayer.
You mean Osher.
Oscar, there he is. There's Oscar. Woo-hoo. Well done, Oscar.
I'm looking forward to this next bit. We're going Facebook Live in a minute, people. So, and we're going to interview Sarah, who is, as you possibly know, she's a volunteer at Matthew's House as well. So this will be quite lovely to hear from Sarah, and here's some stats, some Matthew's House stats. So we'll be doing that very shortly, getting ourselves all ready for that. If you want to run by your cameras, you can do that.
Sarah is also known today as Minnie Mouse.
Right, we are going live. Welcome. Good morning, and you've just joined us in the middle of a very exciting event. This is the Matthew's House Home Run, and we just want to say thanks for tuning in and watching us. In fact, we've just finished the home run. So the fun run, the family fun run, and that has been so absolutely fantastic. We've had people running their hearts out for the last 20 minutes, small people joining in that family fun run. So, but we're still in the middle of our home run, and we'll be going until 12. So it is great that you've been able to join us. All our runners are doing this to raise money for Matthew's House, the charity that is here to bring hope and hospitality in the heart of the lovely city that is Swansea, our home city, based in South Wales. So wherever you're watching from, and I know this can go all over the world, you are welcome just for this snippet of time to see our runners running in all sorts of contexts, in their gardens, in their lounges, and we're just going to be doing this until 12 o'clock. So thank you for joining us. One of our runners, in fact, Sarah, who's just finished the family fun run, is also a volunteer at Matthew's House. So we thought it would be just great to hear from her in terms of what her role has been like serving Matthew's House. So Sarah, thank you for doing the fun run, going round the lounge with your crews there. Tell us, you've caught your breath back now, tell us, how did you first hear about Matthew's House?
Well, as a family, we've always been part of the Hill, I think nearly 6 years. And the Hill is the ones that run Matthew's House, essentially, or the main leaders of that. Although it's not a Christian sort of cafe, really, it's for everybody. So
is the Hill Church? Is that
yeah,
you found out about Matthew's House through the Hill Church? Fabulous.
Yeah, and we went on a Christian camp, and I just felt, I wanted to serve in Matthew's House, and it was just something that was very close to my heart, really. Although it's for everybody, and everybody's welcome. That is so fantastic to hear. I mean, I'm guessing that's a little bit of the reason as to why you volunteer there. Do you want to say any more on that? Yeah, volunteering for a while. Yeah, I was going through a bit of a difficult time in my personal life, and just found myself needing to do something for me, because I think as a mum, you give to your family so much, and I just wanted to do something for me, and volunteering at Matthew's house just seemed a natural step forward really in that. And it's been great, you know, everyone's so welcoming and everyone's lovely there. We're just one big family.
That is fantastic. And so what I hear you saying is the fact that you not only have gone to give, you felt motivated to give, but actually for you personally, you obviously give out so much in your home life as well, but you've gained so much in being a volunteer. Is that correct?
Definitely, you know, the friendships I've made. I mean, when I had Ocean, the Hill Church threw me a baby shower, which I was extremely grateful for. And to see Sally Lynch and Ellie there was just an amazing, like to see that friendship with them to have grown. And I think we often refer to Sally Lynch as Nana Sal.
Yeah, she's a big part of the old Matthew's House Cafe team, isn't she? I know that for sure. And a lot of people are very fond of Mama Lynch. So tell me this, Sarah, can you give us a personal highlight before we hear some stats about Matthew's House, a personal highlight over the time that you've been volunteering, please?
Well, I've got two. Sorry, I know that's probably fine. So when we were in the building at Christmas time, we had some music and people playing at Christmas time, different artists, and the atmosphere was a natural high. And I think one of the guests came in and they just took me by the hands and started dancing with me. And, you know, it was just to see them engaging, and it's not us and them, it's us, you know. So, yeah, and just to build friendships with them as well as the volunteers. But most recently, the second one is my eldest son, Thomas, who's all in blue today. He's been volunteering with me for the last 2 weeks, or the last 2 times that I've been on the CAP on a Sunday, and just to see him wanting to give back as well, and it to be part of his makeup. So just volunteering with him and instilling those beliefs in him is obviously, you know, amazing, really.
What a privilege to see, and what a lovely thing, a gift really to impart into your own children, as to the gift of being able to be part of something bigger and give back to the community and bless others. So I think that's phenomenal, Sarah, to hear that you're, you know, involving your own son in this. So hats off to you, and thank you so much. Thank you for running this morning. You go and have a glass of water, have a shower, whatever it is you need to do. And stay tuned to cheer on the rest of our runners, please do.
We're continuing.
You what? You're going to carry on running?
On, yeah.
Fair play to you guys. Well, I'm going to hand over. Thank you, Sarah, for speaking to us. I'm going to hand over to Amanda. Amanda, tell us some stats about what goes on at Matthew's House.
Thank you, Hannah. I will. Well done, Sarah, and the rest of the Rees household. Awesome, thank you. So I know that for lots of you, you love to hear about information about how Matthew's House, how the funds that we raise and the funds that you give monthly as donations goes to support those that we call part of our family. I mean, they're our guests, but they're part of our Matthew's House family. So I have some stats for you. Did you know that £1.10 gives an emergency meal pack to someone in a crisis? £1.10, that is nothing. I'm sure you probably can't even get a cup of coffee at Costa for £1.10. £5 provides a 3-course meal for 7 people. I don't know how, but it does. £5, 3 courses for 7 people. That's incredible. £7 helps us to feed and clean 5 people through our Matt's Cafe project. Obviously, when the inside opens up, as you know, you may or may not know, we also have the expression of Matt's showers and Matt's laundry, where when the buildings open, our guests can come in, freshen themselves up. We have all the toiletries for them, towels, a change of clothes if they need it, whilst they put their clothes that they were wearing in the washing machine. We then stick them in the tumble dryer. they can sit down and have a meal whilst they're waiting for their clothes to dry, and then leave with freshly laundered clothes and a belly full of food. That is just £7, folks. And for £10, that is the cost of one dignity pack full of essential hygiene and sanitary items to individuals coming straight out of prison or battling a crisis in life. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I look at the stats in that way, you know, you think, oh, what can my £5 really do, or what can £10 really do? It can really, really make a difference to somebody else's life, and not just one person, but multiple people. And we're so grateful to those of you that do support us financially, regularly support us financially, and make one-off donations, because every little bit that you donate goes towards helping those that are in our city that need that help. So that's it for me for stats for now. We're going to be closing Facebook Live shortly, but just before we do, just a little reminder, if you want to message some of these guys and give them a little bit of encouragement, use the comment function in Facebook, and you can also, you know, there's information about how you maybe would like to donate as well to the runners today or to Matthew's House Project as a whole. So yes, we're going to be closing Facebook Live now, but we will be back, I think, in about 10 minutes. So don't go too far, because our runners will still be here when we get back. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Bye. And the Facebook Live is closed, folks. Well done, everyone. Keep going. You're doing an amazing job. Fantastic. Well, I believe we are about halfway there, are we? Oh my gosh, can you believe it? Well done, well done, well done. So here is another great song for you to keep you all going.
Well done, Amanda. That's amazing.
Ija is my 8-year-old is much better at the hula hoop than I am. Well done, guys. Keep going.
Well done, you guys. This is amazing.
Wonderful.
Top job.
So, where are we heading now?
You're going to need to catch your breath, Amanda, because we're going to be going Facebook Live again in a moment, people.
Right, okay.
Before we do, did you know that Charlotte's boyfriend Tom is running with 25 kg on his back? What?
Whoa!
What the heck? Why would you do that?
Tom, that's amazing. How you feeling, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right.
He's got a very wet back.
Nice.
That is crazy. Respect. I've been watching the old SAS on TV. You could compete in that, to be honest. Love a bit of the old SAS training. Be no good at it though, but you would.
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
I think he's being shipped off to an exercise or a tour tomorrow or something as well, isn't he? Well,
Yeah, Scotland.
COVID response.
Oh,
Helping with the
wow.
vaccinations.
Oh, respect, Tom.
cheers.
Awesome. Thank you, mate.
No drama.
That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Total respect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Right, Amanda, are you
Ready? Okay. So, folks, have a little dab of your brows if you need to. We are going to head back into Facebook Live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Welcome back, everyone. Well, you missed some exciting stuff whilst we went offline. We had a motivational song that we were all dancing and running along to, but it's great to have you all back with us. So we are live with the Matthews House 2021 event, and here are our awesome runners. Now, the dogs that you see, I don't think are named Craig and Davies. Craig Davies! But I believe there is a Craig that is in control of said lovely dogs. And hopefully at some point we might see his lovely face. But for now, we'll enjoy the dogs. Thank you, Craig. Right, we are going to, we've had some lovely messages coming through for our runners, but please do keep them coming through. And as they come through, one of the ladies will, behind the scenes, will share those with me, and I'll then be able to share those with our runners just to keep them motivated to keep going, and to know that you are out there supporting them as well. We are going to hear from our one and only Thomas Lynch. Thomas Lynch, also known as Tom. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. People only call me Thomas. Will I be naughty?
You're always naughty, Tom. I think we're just about 35 minutes in, halfway there now. How are you doing?
Well, I think the exercise is going quite well, but I am absolutely baking in this onesie. I didn't anticipate the heat today. I thought overcast, it'll be fine, you know, but I am baking.
Yeah, and just give us a little turn, because I believe you are Pikachu. And he's on his way back. Oh, brilliant. I'm loving the way the ears are bobbing from side to side there. So Tom, for those of you that may not know, is Matthews House project manager. So Tom, how did Matthews House start? If you could just give us an overview for those that may not know.
Yes, absolutely. So how I tell the story is there was a family of about 30 odd people that had an idea and a heart to love people across the city. At that time, they had about £10,000 saved in the bank, no place of their own, just a place to rent. But the idea was then all of a sudden, St. Matthew's Church, now Matthew's House, came up for sale. We all got together for tea and biscuits one evening, as people do, as a little family, got excited, and the passion grew. And within a few weeks, we managed to raise enough money through friends, family, and personal sacrifice to raise £80,000 and buy Matthew's House.
Wow.
I know, then it was a little bit even more crazy. That bit felt crazy enough. But I remember walking in that building, looking up and going, oh my gosh, what have we got ourselves into? And the rest is history. That was when we got the building, and that's when the excitement, the passion, and the love for people grew even more.
Fab. Wow. So, and it's been going for just over 4 years now, has it?
Yes, we've had the building just over 5 years. It took us about 6 to 12 months to get it up to scratch, clear it out, plan what we want to do with it, make it look beautiful and pretty. And then we opened our doors just over 4 years ago with our first expression of giving hope, Matt's Cafe, a pay-as-you-feel cafe.
Fantastic. And how has Matthew's House had to adapt during the pandemic?
Massively, absolutely. I remember March 17th, a few days before that in 2020, we were seeing hundreds of guests in tears, anxious, worried, as other places had to unfortunately close down due to volunteers being at risk and capacity and worry. But the beautiful thing about Matthew's House is we had 100 volunteers at that moment in time. So even though many had to go into isolation and things like that, we still had enough to keep going. So within days, I met with key city people in NHS and other homelessness charities, and we put together a plan. Within 3 days, new accounts and restricted funds so that we could tackle and launch Swansea together. And with that, the adapting that we had to do was it became a takeaway service, delivering to over 20 different locations, 180 hot meal packs a day, coordinating with the local authority and housing associations to make sure that the vulnerably housed were not forgotten.
Wonderful. I mean, I just know the other, working together with the other agencies within the city of Swansea has made such a tremendous impact on the lives of the people that really need the assistance within Swansea. So that Together project has been really fundamental in doing that. So that's brilliant. Could you share with us maybe one highlight or moment for you?
Oh, I want to be like Sarah and pinch about 8 of them, but I won't be like that. Don't worry, I got hundreds. I know I'm not allowed. You'll mute me or something like that. But anyway, I want to share two. One, if that's allowed, I'll make them quick. I promise. One is through the pandemic. There was a lady that reached out to us, and she was disabled in a real bad way, but also temporary housed. And it was such an unusual situation. But she reached out to us by email. And over a period of about 6 weeks, we got to support her, to look after her, to check in on her. We had volunteers that would check in twice a week on this lady, knocking on the window and waving from outside. And we got to share the journey with that lady in real difficult circumstances, to the point where she had a flat then given to her that was already inaccessible for her. And we got to be part of that journey every week until she made it there. And that for me was such a, just through email, that communication, that relationship we made was really, really touching for me. And another one was most recently, a couple of weeks ago, I was volunteering on a Sunday with the gang. I think Sarah was there as well, with Thomas, which is cool. And a guy came up, and we've got certain sections of our outdoor service, and on the gatekeeper role, which you let people then to the server, but we create a few meters gap so people who go to the server can have that moment of privacy and dignity to ask for any other advice they need. But I was a gatekeeper, and I was over here in a conversation with a couple of guys, and one was just anxious, upset, like frustrated. So I was like, how can we help? How can we support in any way? And he was like, no, it's not worth it. There's no point. It just is what it is. And talking to him, we got to know that 5 months he's lived on a couple of £100. His benefits and the whole system had gone wrong, and he'd spend 50 minutes on a phone call for it to be put down before someone answered on a waiting list. And his heart and his head and everything was in a real difficult place. And the beautiful thing about what we do, we're able to make friends in the right places with the right energy to look after people. And in that moment, I said, wait there, let me grab your number and I'll give you a guy. And went in, scribbled it on a post-it, give it to him. And he's a little bit like, oh, okay, yeah. And I was like, look, please try this guy. He tried that guy. 2 days later, he came in. He was like a spring chicken, bouncing around, you know? And he said, Tom, it's done. It's all sorted. I've had a payment. All my benefits are sorted and all my back pay is sorted. I can't thank you enough. And it's just moments like that. We do the food, it's a joy. We do the showers, the dignity packs, it's a joy. But they all open doors to helping people even more. And that's what I love at Matthew's House. Like Sarah said, it's not us and them, it's us, all of us. And I love that.
Oh, that is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. That is such a heartwarming story, but such a raw and real story of someone that we were actually in contact with, where you know, it made a real difference to their lives. Before I hand over to Hannah, I've just had some messages come through from Facebook Live for you runners for a bit of motivation for you. Here we go. Let me share these with you. Here we go. Good running, people. Nearly there. That's from Dav. And we've got another one. You are all so inspiring. That you are. Fantastic. Keep going. What else? You are smashing this, runners. You got this. Fantastic. Anything else? I'm not going to share that. Amanda for best dressed runner. Well, I might be dressed funny, but I'm certainly not running very well. But thank you anyway. Appreciate. So I'm going to hand over to the lovely Hannah Vincent now. Over to you, Han.
Thank you so much. We're going to be coming into we're in the last 15 minutes, so I will be brief because we're going to come back for the final couple of minutes and the end of the home run. Let me just tell you something quite interesting. At the moment, Matthew's House has 109 volunteers. We have loads of volunteers. Matthew's House runs with the generous help and support of these volunteers, chopping onions, as someone said earlier, and doing many other jobs. 109 volunteers. We have given over 200 haircuts for those who need it and can't normally access hairdressers like the rest of us. And so that is amazing. Free haircuts down at Matthew's House. We have given away a whopping over 2,000 dignity packs for those who need them. And finally, and this is my favorite statistic, because I believe at Matthew's House, I was the 1,000th person to eat at Matthew's House. We have now reached just over 100,000 meals served. Yeah, you're clapping because that is phenomenal. Okay, so that is amazing statistics. If you want to donate to this wonderful charity and support the work of Matthew's House to keep on doing what we're doing, those sort of stats, and we can keep those numbers growing, then there is no better day to do it than today, to support these runners, to say, yes, we are behind you. All the details are in the link for Facebook Live. Just scroll down, you'll find a link. You'll find ways to get in contact with Matthew's House. If you too would like to join the volunteer family, as Sarah called it, you are more than welcome to get in contact. So for us, thank you for listening. This is us on Facebook Live at the Matthew's House Home Run. We will see you in about, possibly less than 10 minutes. Stay tuned. Nice one, people. So let's be honest, we've got less than 10 minutes, everyone. So you are doing phenomenal. You've done 5-6. Is that right? I think it's 5-6. Yes. You've got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes to go.
9 minutes. Oh, brilliant.
I think we need to get running. We're just coming into the last 5 minutes. This is all rather good. I got a couple of jokes for you before we go Facebook Live and have the final couple of minutes of this whole crazy hour. Does anyone know how the barber won the running race?
I have no idea how the barber won the running race.
He took a shortcut. Yes, that's another classic. And perhaps one more. Oh, hold on a minute. Jokes and hold on. Are we going live? No, I don't think so. We're going live. I'll do one more joke before we go live for the final moment. Why are Scandinavians considered to be the best runners across the world?
Why are Scandinavians considered to be the best runners across the world?
Get this, because they start near the finish line.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, another classic, people. You can keep that one for
Very
free.
good.
I am, oh my word, this is very exciting. Yeah. I'm not going to announce anything,
4 minutes.
But I've just seen something exciting. Nice. We are into the final 4 minutes, people. 4 minutes. So well done. I'm thinking, what's happening? When are we going to go live? Are we going to stick to our plan and going live at 2 minutes too? I'm just looking at that. We are going live. We are live. We are live here at Matthew's house for Home Run, and welcome if you're joining us for the first time, or if you've just been watching on and off through the last whole hour. Welcome back. These runners are running to raise money for the work of Matthew's House, which is a charity based in the heart of Swansea, here to bring hope and hospitality to those who need it most, and have been working tirelessly over the last 4 years, but certainly over the last year and a half during the pandemic, to make sure that nobody is forgotten. And so it is fantastic you've joined us for the last few minutes of this run. I will be getting my medal on and getting my foil blanket ready for the final, the final whistle. I have some amazing news, you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for those that have sponsored, those that are running. The amazing news is that our total is now just over £1,000, people. So yeah, I'm loving the cheers. That is absolutely amazing. So wonderful, wonderful news. Thank you for your support. You can still keep giving, of course, but that is awesome for today's fun run. So Home Run, absolutely amazing support. So as we come into the last couple of minutes, let me just, Tom was telling a story earlier, and Sarah shared a story of something that she has personally touched her from being part of Matthew's House. Let me share a story with you as these runners run these last couple of minutes. Just before the COVID outbreak, there was a gentleman that came into the cafe, and he was worried he was just going to miss the meal service, but fortunately there was some food there. So he had a hot meal and a pudding, and basically explained to the volunteer there he hadn't eaten since the previous week. And they loaded him up with some bread and some pastries and some more food to take away. It was a couple of weeks later that he returned to the building, again during one of the cafe sessions, and said to the volunteer at the time, he only actually came for a cup of tea that second time, but he said, I think quite literally, you might well have saved my life when I came in that day. And that is phenomenal, isn't it? To what seems like a small act of just providing someone with milk can be quite literally a lifesaver for someone. And that's the sort of wonderful stories that we do often have at Matthew's House, in bringing hope and hospitality to individuals that really, really do need it. So I'm really hoping that today's been a real encouragement, the things that you've heard, and for the money raised, you guys running. It's been absolutely amazing. Like we said, you can still keep giving. The window will remain open, and the links are all in the chat. So please do. We're on this final minute, people. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
So
Final minute.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be doing the countdown. When we're going to get that final Final 10 seconds, we'll be doing the countdown. I'm going to get my foil blanket ready. Hold on. We're going to go 10. We're going to go 9. We're going to go 8. We're going to go 7. 5.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Absolutely amazing.
You've done it.
Woo! Well done, you guys. You are all winners. You are all heroes. You have run for the whole hour and you have raised over £1,000. And we are grateful. Amazing. Thank you for watching, you guys on Facebook. Keep donating, keep supporting the wonderful work of Math and Cow.
Please do. Well done. Thank you, everyone.
We are done.